Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this quarter circle with the center P and this semicircle with the center O, fully inscribed in a blue square PQST, as you can see in this given diagram, such that both of these are tangent to each other at this point of tangency C. And moreover, the area of this quarter circle is 2 pi centimeter square, whereas the area of this semicircle is pi centimeter square. And furthermore, this segment AB passes through this point of tangency C. And now our task is to calculate the value of this length AB. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started, and we are going to label the radius of this quarter circle as uppercase R, whereas the radius of this semicircle as lowercase r. And now our task is to find the value of uppercase R and the lowercase r as well. And now let's focus on this quarter circle. And now let's recall the area of a circle formula. Area is always equal to pi r square, where uppercase R is the radius of this quarter circle. And since we are dealing with the quarter circle, so therefore the area of the quarter circle formula is going to be pi uppercase R square divided by 4. And in our case, the area of this quarter circle has been given to us as 2 pi. So therefore, we can write pi r square divided by 4 is going to be equal to 2 times pi. And now we can see this pi cancels out with this pi. So therefore, r square divided by 4 turns out to be equal to 2. And now I am going to multiply both sides by 4 to remove this fraction. So therefore our r square value turns out to be equal to 8. And now I am going to undo this square by taking square root on both sides. So therefore our uppercase R radius value turns out to be 2 times square root of 2 centimeter. So thus our uppercase R radius value turns out to be 2 times square root of 2. And now we are going to focus on this semicircle. And now let's recall the area of a circle formula once again. Area of a circle is always equal to pi r square, where lowercase r is the radius. So therefore the semicircle area formula is going to be this pi lowercase r square divided by 2. And in our case, the area of this semicircle has been given to us as pi. So therefore we can write this one as pi times r square divided by 2 is going to be equal to pi. And now I am going to remove this fraction by multiplying the reciprocal, which is 2 divided by pi. And likewise I'm going to multiply this side by 2 divided by pi as well. And here we can see this 2 and 2 is gone, pi and pi is gone as well. So therefore lowercase r square turns out to be equal to this pi, and pi is gone. So this is going to be equal to 2. And I'm going to undo this square by taking a square root on both sides. So therefore our lowercase r value turns out to be equal to square root of 2 centimeter. So therefore the radius lowercase r of this semicircle turns out to be square root of 2 centimeter. And in this next step, I am going to connect this center O with this center P, as you can see in this next step. And now let's recall this crucial fact. The centers and the point of tangency are collinear. So no wonder these centers O, P and this point of tangency C lie on the very same line. And now let's recall the circle theorem. According to this theorem, the angle between the radius and the tangent line will always be 90 degrees. So no wonder this angle has got to be 90 degrees, since this AB segment is the tangent line, and this PC and CO are the radii. And now let's focus on this right triangle PCA. And now let's assume that alpha and beta are our two complementary angles. In other words, the sum of these two angles, alpha plus beta, must be equal to 90 degrees. So therefore, if I label this angle alpha, we know this angle is 90 degrees. So therefore, this angle has got to be our angle beta. And now we are going to focus on this other right triangle PQO, this whole right triangle. And once again, bear in mind that alpha and beta are our complementary angles. We know this angle is 90 degrees, this angle is beta. So therefore, this angle has got to be our angle alpha. And now we are going to focus on these two angles. This angle is alpha and this angle is alpha. So they are congruent. And now in this next step, we are going to draw some auxiliary lines to make our job simple. As you can see in this next step, I have dropped a perpendicular BD, and this perpendicular BD is parallel to this side PT. So therefore we can see that this PT length and this BD length are equal. In other words, this BD length is going to be equal to the side length of this square. And now we are going to focus on this right triangle ADB, this right triangle. And now let's recall once again, we know alpha and beta are our complementary angles. We know this angle is alpha, this is our 90-degree angle. So therefore this angle has got to be our angle beta. So therefore we conclude that these two right triangles, this right triangle PQO and this other right triangle ADB, they are our congruent triangles according to angle-side angle congruency theorem. Since this side BD is equal to this side PQ, and since these two triangles are congruent, so therefore we conclude that this side AB is going to be equal to this side PO, as you can see in this given equation. And now I'm going to label this one as our equation number 1. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this PO length equal to segment PC plus the segment CO. As you can see over here, this whole PO length is going to be equal to this PC length and this CO length. And we can see that our this PC length is same as the radius uppercase R of this quarter circle. So therefore I'm going to replace this PC length with uppercase R. And furthermore we can see that this CO is the radius of this semicircle. So this has got to be lowercase r. So therefore I'm going to replace this CO with lowercase r over here. And we know our uppercase R value is 2 times square root of 2. So therefore I'm going to substitute that 2 times square root of 2 value over here. And likewise our lowercase r value is square root of 2. So therefore I'm going to replace that lowercase r value with the square root of 2 over here. And if we combine these like terms, our PO length turns out to be 3 times square root of 2 centimeter. And now let's focus on this equation 1. And here I have copied down this equation 1 over here. AB length equals to our PO length. And here we figured out our PO length as 3 times square root of 2. So therefore we conclude that our this segment AB length has got to be 3 times square root of 2 centimeter. So thus after all the calculations and manipulations, the AB length turns out to be 3 times square root of 2 centimeter, and that is going to be approximately equal to 4.243 centimeter as well. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.